Well, hello everyone. Here to show you the protection studies coloring right here. As you see right here is talking right here about you say of technology and along with so far as protection such as a waterproof computer or say iPhone it is, or say waterproof or fireproof or crush proof, whatever it is. But on the other hand too is knowing about the details that I'll be working with right here. Of course, is using with these these colors right here. Is if most of us it could be a a laptop or a desktop or whatever. But talking about with the type of technology it is, knowing about that if you want to do any type of study about ways to protect it, nowadays I even hear, of course I don't even have an iPhone, but I hear that a lot of times the screens can get cracked real easily if if you're not too careful. You don't have any type of a protection case, maybe any type of protection insurance on them. That more likely that for fire damage, that like any other kind of damage it is, if it's a shock resistant or whatever you call it, that the more likely that the thing about with the laptop. And so far as as future's technology it is, no one is like that maybe with the keyboard, you say a little laptop keyboard, maybe that can fold up into like a little pocket carrier briefcase or anything like that. But other than that, talk about with waterproof is that probably think about is that whenever the water gets into you say the circuit wires, it is more likely that chances are that you'll find that the color here to go ahead and the color is like you say when I'm talking about the stream of water right here. If there's any type of leak somewhere, or if there's any type of water damage that occurs with your devices, it is. And waterproof or fireproof or shockproof, whatever it is, that more likely that knowing about the extra protection that you have so far as the time it takes for the study about it. It's like the waterproof counter it is. Knowing about one of these things, not only does it maybe need a new battery, but only that you can't take it with you on you say is you can't take it with you underwater. You can't take it with you, of course, down a underground to an underground tunnel it is, or anything like that. Same thing with the calculator right here. With the calculator is knowing about you can't more likely that you can maybe use this if you were to go to the park or something like that. But other than that, knowing about what the sunlight it is, if you have a lot of sunlight coming in, it's like it could maybe get damaged from that. Maybe a little bit heat damaged it is. But other than that is you have right here is that with the laptop, and then of course you have it's like with the phone it is. And the types of ways you could think about is that the types of protection that you maybe do some studies about is knowing about the type of protection that you can get, like really how it works, and then knowing about maybe you can maybe describe to maybe a company, and maybe the telephone come out. I don't know, I never tried it before, of course. I'm just kind of you say thinking of ideas. I guess that's really what I do is I think of ideas. But on the other hand too, without of my ideas is knowing about that with most cell phones it is, and knowing about it's like the type of service that it uses just to get the good service you say is on the planet is that knowing by you say the type of technology such as satellite that's used to for wherever you go, that you'd still be able to get clear services from wherever your destination is. But other than that you have right here is for for fireproof, and then along with the waterproof, and then of course it could also be related to maybe any other type of protection. Maybe chew a pet resistant proof. If your dog ate your paper, whatever it is, that more likely is like any type of protection towards that. Or maybe the fact the shark came up and or the dolphin came up and took your laptop, or an automobile ran over the front part of that overhead, of the computer compartment, crush the hard drive or crush the CD-ROM drive, whatever it is, that more likely knowing about how protected you are is talking about is like this study about really, is there any such thing? It's like, is there any such thing? But I would probably say that yeah, there is. But then of course, it's costing money. It would more likely cost, it's like for like a membership, it's like 1 year for a replacement warranty it is. But then on your hand too, is knowing about really that if you something that you would normally need to use, it's like for a standby, is knowing about really about how many how many minutes are equal to maybe a year, because usually about maybe a year or two is how much you have so far as full coverage is, so far as the coverages. I don't know if exactly if it's full, but maybe 1 full year of whatever whatever warranty or say protection coverage you have. But other than that is knowing about between waterproof and fireproof or whatever. That I don't think this clock right here is either one. But on the other hand too, knowing about if it needs a new battery or not, and I think it does. But the thing about it is that you use what you buy, huh? But other than that, talking about it's like with the reading glasses and knowing about this, like in this the study, you say it's about the protection studies of it's protection. It's knowing about that something to look into about if you were to buy any product, or as you say, is knowing about that you buy, if it's a camera or if it's anything in particular, anything expensive that you think that could get damaged, is know about the types of protections that you like to have, maybe for a low paying rate it is. But other than that, anybody, I may tell anybody, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then more likely that I can maybe show an example. It's like maybe if it's not done on paper, then more likely maybe to go into a maybe 10 or 15 minute conversation maybe with them. It's like you know what I'm talking about. If you remember, you know it, to protect the device, from this or that or anything like that. But other than that, it's talking about is like the protection studies coloring.